Hello, welcome back. So in the previous part, I have shown you the design aspects, and there I have shown you some formula to calculate the strength of the bolt in terms of tension, in terms of shearing strength, or in terms of tension strength of the bolt. So all these formulas are given in the IS code. So if you go to the page number 76, I mean 73, so there, section 10 is about the connections. So it is all about the connections, and from there we will be able to determine all the things related to the connections. So like I have shown, I was talking about the holes within the fasteners. So those holes can be standard. It can be standard hole or it can be oversized hole. Okay, so these values are given in the table also. Similarly, this short and long slot. Then minimum spacing, which is about the pitch. So pitch, here it mentioned minimum pitch is 2.5 times of nominal dia of the fastener. So here fasteners, in our case it will be the bolt. So 2.5 times of dia of the bolt will be the minimum pitch. And in the table 19, here you see the hole standards. Generally in our case we will be using this standard hole, clearance hole. So if we use dia about 12 to 14 mm, in that case we will increase 1 mm as the dia of the hole. So if we are using 14 mm dia bolt, in that case the dia of hole will be 15 mm. Similarly, if we are using the bolt of dia between 16 to 22, in that case the clearance will be 2 mm. So if we are using 22 mm dia bolt, in that case the dia of hole will be the 24 mm. Similarly, for oversized slot and for the long slotted and short slotted, it will be different. So for short slot it will be 6 mm, and for long slot it will be 2.5 times of D. So that is the long slot. So these long slot and oversize are generally used in high strength friction grip bolt. But in case of bearing bolt or normal bolt, generally we use the standard clearance hole, which will have different value like 1 mm for the dia of bolt up to 14 mm, 2 mm for the dia of bolt up to 22 mm, and for 24 also it will be 2 mm. And if we are using dia of bolt larger than 24, then in that case the clearance will be 3 mm, which means if we are using bolt of 27 mm dia, then the clearance or the dia of hole will be 27 plus 3, which will be 30 mm. So this is how we calculate the dia of the hole. Similarly, the maximum spacing, which means which is again it says about the pitch. So which is about the pitch. So here in general the pitch should be should be the least of 32 times of T and 300 mm. And in case of tension joint it will be 16 T or 200 mm, whichever is less, and it will be 12 times of T and 200 in case of compression member joint. So similarly there are various specifications are given. Then edge distance is also given here. So here it says 1.7 times of dia of the hole and 1.5 times of diameter of hole. So it depends on the quality of hole, how you are drilling the hole within the plate. Then it says the effective area of the bolt. It may be AN or AS. AS will be the average area, AN will be the net effective area, which is 0.78 times of the normal area. Then here you see the strength of the shear capacity of the bolt, which we have seen in the previous part. And how do we calculate the VNSP? So these are the values which are given here. VDSB is the design strength of the bolt, and we calculate it by using this formula, VNSB by gamma MB. So as I already explained you in the previous, so I am just showing you all the values which are given here, and you can refer this IS code to solve the problems. So BLJ is given here, and for large grip, so BLG is given by this. For packing plate, beta PK. Similarly, to calculate the bearing capacity of the bolt, so these are the formula. So this is the formula to calculate the design bearing strength of the bolt. So VNPB is calculated using this formula, KB into DT into FU, and KB is calculated using this formula. So this is the formula for KB. KB will be the smaller of these four, and all the notations are given here, so you can refer them. Similarly, for tension capacity, it is given here. TB should be less than or equal to TDB, and TDB is basically the TNB into gamma MB. So NB is given here. So here you can see 0.9 into FUB into AN, and it should be less than FYB, ASB, and bracket mein gamma MB by gamma M naught. So all these values are given. Similarly, for bolt subjected to combined shear and tension, so this formula is given here. Now for friction grip bolt, well, most of the formulas and most of the rule will be same as we have seen in the bearing type, but in the friction grip bolting, as I mentioned earlier also, in the friction grip bolt, the load is transferred by generating the frictional resistance. So in that case, in the friction grip bolt, the frictional resistance is generated, and that frictional resistance is given by this formula. So this is the formula that we generally use to calculate the frictional resistance of the bolt. So VSF is the factored shear force on the bolt, and it should be less than or equals to the design shear strength of the bolt. So this shear strength is developed because of the frictional resistance of the friction grip bolt. So this is how we calculate. This is the formula in which VNSF is given by gamma F NE KH F naught. Now what is gamma F? Gamma F is the coefficient of friction, which is called slip factor. So gamma F is generally the value of 0.55, which is already given. NE is the number of effective interfaces, whether the joint is in single shear or double shear. So based on that, the number of effective interfaces are calculated. Similarly, then KH is the value which we use for the hole, whether we are using standard hole, we are using clearance hole, or we are using oversized or slotted hole. So for that, the value of KH will be different. So 1 will be for clearance hole, and 0.85 for fasteners in oversized hole and short slotted hole, and 0.7 will be for long slotted hole. So this is how we get the values based on the type of hole that we use for the friction grip bolt. Similarly, gamma F is the safety factor, which is 1.1 if slip resistance is designed at the service load. So if we are designing for service load, we will use gamma F, which is 1.1. If slip resistance is designed on ultimate load, in that case we use partial safety factors 1.25. F naught, which is very important, we use in the formula. So again, see in the formula last value is F naught. So F naught is the proof load of the bolt. So it says minimum bolt tension or proof load, and this is how we calculate. We calculate proof load by multiplying A and B into F naught. A and B is the net effective area, which is 0.78 times of AS, and F naught is the proof stress, and proof stress is 0.70 into FUB. FUB is the ultimate strength of the bolt, and I mentioned earlier it depends on the grade of bolt. So if we are using 4.8 grade, I mean 4.6 grade, then in that 400 will be the ultimate strength. So if we multiply 400 by 0.7, we will be able to find out the proof stress of the 4.6 bolt. But in friction grip bolt, generally we use 8.8 or 10.9 class bolt. So in that we can also find out the value of F naught. Similarly, for long joints and gripping, all the same rules will be applied that we have seen in case of bearing type of bolt. Tension, resistance, all these, all the same formula will be used in this case also, as we have seen in the bearing type. So to calculate the tension strength, the same formula will be used. For prying force, as I mentioned, although we will not, in our syllabus it is not here, but prying force calculation is also given here. Then to get the combined shear and tension action, in case of high strength friction grip bolt, the same formula will be used. Okay, then there is a weld. So we will discuss weld in the next lecture. Okay, so I think now I have shown you all the formulas in the IS code, so you can refer these formulas and you can generate your understanding. Okay, thank you.